Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Oh, good evening. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. J'espère que ça va bien. Bienvenue à un autre épisode de Vintage Kids. Je suis hors focus. On va essayer avec la main. Et voilà. Welcome to a brand new episode. Episode 33 of the Vintage Kids. Donc, j'espère que vous avez passé une belle semaine. I hope everyone's doing great. Got a great week. Great weekend, and that everyone is healthy, that only the ones that are coming back from Cozumel that are actually sick with influenza, but what do you want? You have to pay when you get some great time like that. Donc, j'espère que tout le monde est en santé, que tout le monde va bien. Moi, je vais encore plus mieux, là, d'après le gouvernement, là. J'ai eu mon autre shot de vaccin de COVID, là. Je sais plus c'est ma combienième, là. Mais c'est pas grave, là. J'entends plein de choses dans mes oreilles. Mais bon, ça là, ils m'ont donné une pilule pour ça, mais ça, c'était avant la COVID. Mais non. As usual, comme d'habitude, I'll do my best to do this in English and in French for our friends in the US and elsewhere in the world. Évidemment, the people in Quebec, dans le Canada française, in the French country. There'll be some French, of course, and a little bit of German, only for our friend Kirk. So, Kirk is right here, as you guys know. My stormtrooper's name is Kirk. So this week, cette semaine, we're going to talk about this guy. This is not Kirk. Well, that's Grogu, but both of these guys, well, that's pretty rough. Oh, there it is. That one. And whoa, that one. Okay. We're going to talk about season 3 of The Mandalorian. And of course, I'm not going to be able to tell you everything that's going to happen because I have no clue. And I won't be able to tell you my point of view since, of course, I haven't seen it. Donc, on va parler de la saison 3 de Mandalorian, le trailer, l'annonce, in the French language. L'annonce est sortie, la deuxième annonce. Mais l'annonce, je dirais, la plus officielle, parce que là, ça commence très bientôt. The more official, trailer has come out because it's in a month and a half. Ça commence le 3. Le 3. La saison 3, le 1er mars. Voilà. Et non pas le 3 mars, saison 1. Là, ça serait mélangeant. Même en français, je me trompe. Even in French, I mess up. Must be because of the Baileys that I... Oh, just told my secret. Oh yeah. Donc, évidemment, il n'y a pas juste des affaires de Mando qui se passent dans le monde, mais là, le monde, il capote. Le monde est en train de capoter. Là. People are going nuts because we actually see some great stuff in this new thriller. Let me go check just to make sure. Hello there. That everyone's aboard. Hello, Ian. Let me see here. Okay. So you guys know that I'm live on YouTube. Je suis live sur YouTube, sur notre channel Yoda's Workshop, on Yoda's Workshop channel on YouTube. I'm live on Yoda's Workshop, the Facebook group, and of course on my personal page. Sometimes I'm live on the Sarlacc Pit or on other groups that I'm part of. But basically, it's as usual on Yoda's Workshop on Facebook, on my personal page, and on YouTube. if you're not watching live, no worry. It's always available a few minutes after the show is done. It's always available on YouTube and also available on Facebook, I think, but I would have to check that out. Something new before we start talking about Kirk and Little Kirk and Big Kirk. I just want to tell you guys that you probably already know this, but I'm gonna tell it anyway for the ones that doesn't know it. Fait que vous savez peut-être déjà, mais j'ai ouvert un compte TikTok. Eh oui, il faut suivre la jeunesse là. C'est pas parce que j'ai un petit peu de blanc ici que tu sais, hein? Bon, j'en ai aussi ailleurs, mais là on vous le montrera pas. Il y a peut-être des enfants qui regardent, because we're all vintage kids. Donc j'ai ouvert un compte TikTok depuis un bout pour Yoda's Workshop. Vous pouvez aller trouver ça. J'essaie de mettre des affaires drôles, des affaires intéressantes. I try to put up some cool things. I put up some my mail calls or the purchase that I do on cards or trade cards or whatever. So check that out. It's don't worry. I've only posted once when I'm in a bikini and had too many hits, too many viewers asking me too much personal questions, so I stopped. So it's only a few of you guys VIPs that get those TikToks in the Leia slave outfit. Donc, non, c'est ça, allez checker ça sur TikTok si jamais vous êtes là-dessus. Évidemment, on a également la page sur Instagram. There's also the Instagram page that I also post some stuff. So that's the news for this week. I also wanted to talk about the merch, but I'm going to wait until the end of the show. I know that you guys actually asked me, some of you guys in the US actually asked me for t-shirts, and the shipping was pretty much killing it. Yoda's fans only, yeah, exactly. So shipping is really rough. Even if you're in Canada, shipping is pretty expensive, and I totally understand this. I'm sadly not Amazon or Walmart. I cannot do free shipping. Donc, ce que j'expliquais, c'est que la semaine dernière, j'ai des personnes qui m'ont demandé pour des t-shirts de Yoda's Workshop. On va les montrer, là. Bon. Ils sont tous neufs, tous beaux, puis ils sentent le charneux, là. Oh, I can feel the force. Tant que ça ne sort pas comme Dagoba. Donc, je vais vérifier ce que je peux faire pour le shipping, parce que même shipper au Canada, c'est un esti prix de fou. So what I'm saying in French is that I'm actually going to look at what I can do for shipping. So as you guys know, I did not made these for making any profit. It was only for giving you guys the chance to have a t-shirt. So I'm asking $20 Canadian, which is about 12 cents US. And shipping for the US is around like $20. So it's basically $20 for the item and $20 for the shipping, which is crazy. So I'm going to check if I can do something about it. Like, I don't mind losing money on these if you guys want some. So basically what I'll do is I'll take out like at $5 or whatever, and I'll cover it if you guys want the t-shirt. So that's it for the les affaires que je voulais vous raconter, the things that I wanted to say first. Someone also last week gave me the idea, suggested me to do a what to expect in 2023. Donc, il y a quelqu'un qui m'a dit, hey, on devrait faire la semaine dernière, on a fait un what we watched or what was cool during 2022. And someone said, let's do something like what to expect. Donc, qu'est-ce qui devrait s'en venir en 2023? Puis j'ai trouvé ça une maudite bonne idée. Ben oui! Fait que ça sera pas cette semaine. Ben bye! Ben non, c'est pas vrai! So, Yeah, we'll probably do this next week. What to expect in 2023 as movies and TV series and Star Wars stuff that is coming out. Of course, there's Mandalorian that's coming very soon, and of course there's the Bad Batch that already started. And there's already new action figures available. I just received a message from one of my friends that are getting me some figures. There's a new wave of vintage collection that will be coming out pretty soon. So anyway, with Andor figures, also the Jedi Survivor thing from the game. Anyway, we'll talk about it another day. So, what we're going to do right now, we're going to watch the thriller. This is the first time I try this. On va regarder le trailer que je vous parle, si vous ne l'avez pas vu encore, de Mandalorian. Je vais partager l'écran. J'ai remarqué qu'il y a juste une façon qui semble fonctionner quand je peux le voir, puis je peux vous le partager. Je sais pas, je l'ai fait sur un test tantôt, c'était pas live. I tried it, it was not live. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it. So, I'm going to put the sound. I cut this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to close my microphone for you guys to get only the sound of this. And maybe I could even like do this. Okay, so let's try it. And if there's any problem, let me know. Like I said, I hope this is going to work. If it's not working, just let me know and I'll try to fix it. So here we go. I'm going to close my microphone to make sure that there's no feedback. And we're back. Oh, no sound. No, you must be kidding, man. Okay, let's try this again. Oops. Sorry about that. There were really no sound. That's not good. Let me see. That's not good. Okay. Let's try something else. I'm going to leave my microphone up. I'm going to open this sound. And I'm going to try it again. Try it again. It's worth it. It's worth it. That video was great. I was lip reading. Okay, let's try it again. If there's no sound, let me know again. So I'm going to try it, but I'm going to leave my sound on. So let's do this again. Okay. Was there any sound? We have sound. Good. I love the fact that you actually tried to lip read Mando with his helmet on. And Grogu is pretty easy to read. Okay, so we got sound. Good. So, a lot of stuff, a lot of things going on very quickly. It's tough. It totally is, man. Okay. So, sorry. What I'm going to do now, we're gonna check. See, you're a good. You're a good. But I don't grant you the the rank of master. Where someone said on a yeah, I think it was on the post that I did last week with Mace Windu, and someone said, "Oh, you just pull a Mace Windu on me or something," and I said, "You're right, but I don't grant you the rank of admin on Yoda's workshop." Anyway, it was funny. It probably had to be there. OK. Donc, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais passer un peu l'image, les shots, puis parler un peu de ce que je vois, un peu ce que j'ai pu comprendre, peut-être ce qu'on peut s'attendre aussi. I'm gonna show you guys some images, and I'm gonna give you my fair opinion on what's going on. It doesn't mean that I'm right. I never gonna say that I'm probably right on something. Je vais jamais dire que j'ai raison, mais je vais vous donner un peu mon opinion sur ce qu'on voit. Évidemment, si vous n'avez pas écouté saison 2, écoutez-le pas. Si vous n'avez pas écouté si vous n'avez pas écouté Book of Boba Fett, vous faites comme What the fuck? Qu'est-ce que Grogu fait là? You probably had to watch. If you haven't watched Book of Boba Fett, you're probably asking yourself, wasn't Grogu gone? Yeah, go check Book of Boba Fett. Even if you didn't like the first couple of episodes, go watch the Mando's episode on the Book of Boba Fett because they're pretty important. Okay, so again, just so you guys know, I see the comments on the Yoda's Workshop page. I usually see other comments because I'm on StreamYard as usual. I don't see the comments on YouTube, so go ahead during all this if you have questions or give me your opinion on what's going on. Yeah, I can see you, Jim. Good to see you, buddy. Hope everything's okay on your side, that everyone is healthy, and that you're doing great, my friend. Good to have you. So I'm going to go back and share this thing again with you, and I'm going to do my best. I think I'm going to have to go there for you guys to see what's going on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this back. There'll probably be no sound, but we don't need any sound. I'm just going to give you my opinion of what is actually going on these shots. And as soon as I go over here, I think I'm losing the image. No, good. Okay. So like I said, if you think that I'm wrong on I'm probably wrong on stuff that I'm going to say. Give me your opinion. I'm really curious to think what you guys think we're actually seeing. Before we start, I really think that as we know how they do it, they are actually misleading us with the editing. So when you actually see someone talking to another, they're not really talking to one another. They're taking different parts from different episodes and stick them together. So it's the magic of editing. So, but it's okay. I totally understand why they actually mislead us, because they want to keep a few surprises. So I totally understand why they're doing this. Okay, so during all the thriller, what is interesting is we actually hear Mando explaining where he is right now in his head, being a Mandalorian. He actually says that he goes back. Whoop, I'm sorry, I just realized that the banner is wrong. Yeah, that's a good one. And of course, if you guys don't know me, I'm Vintage Phil. Okay. So, because we're all vintage kids. So, yeah, he's actually explaining where he is, his mindset, and what he wants to do. So, without giving us any hint. Fait que c'est intéressant parce que Din Djarin Mando, il nous donne un peu son état d'âme sur où est-ce qu'il est rendu, le fait qu'il a enlevé son masque, ce qui a rapport avec l'autre saison d'avant. Et qu'est-ce qu'il doit faire? Donc, il doit retourner sur Mandalore. Puis, il faut prendre en considération qu'il y a le Black Saber. We have to keep in mind that he actually has the Black Saber with him. So, okay. So, let's start and let me show you guys. Some of the first images are actually Mandalorians walking. We don't really know where they are, but I think this is probably on the planet where Apollo Creed is. What's his name? Anyway, you know, Carl Weather. I forgot the name of that. That's. It's just to show you how I did not make my. I didn't took the time to write down any notes. Grief Karga. Yeah, there it is. My brain's not working at 100%, but we'll do. I'll do my best. So I think they are actually on. Is it Navarro 7 or Navarro something? Where we actually meet him in the first and second season. And I think with the images that we saw later on that there'll be an attack on this planet. And I presume that Mando managed to get many of his friends or many of Mandalorian to come and save the day, because as I was explaining, he actually has the dark saber in hand. And if you guys know, when you have the black saber, you are actually leading Mandalore, and everyone will join behind you. Donc, il faut prendre en considération qu'il y a le Black Saber avec lui. Quand tu as le Black Saber, ben, tu es comme le boss de Mandalore. Et aussi, les autres Mandalorians vont se regrouper en arrière de toi. Fait que, d'après moi, ils se ramassent comme des fans. Là. C'est comme Cole Caulfield là, qui se présente au centre d'achat. Ben, il y a plein de monde qui va aller en arrière de lui là, pour faire signer son Black Saber. Bon, ça sonnait weird, ça. OK. Fait que peut-être pas non plus, mais c'est peut-être pas ça. Il est peut-être pas en tout à la bonne place, mais... oh, vous voyez, ça disparaît des fois. On va le faire revenir. Voilà, OK. Donc, perhaps they might also be on Tatooine or on another desert planet. I mean, we all love Tatooine, but it's also fun when they actually go somewhere else. But we know that they're gonna go back to Tatooine because we actually see I forgot the name, the mother of Sigourney Weaver in Aliens. Moti Peto Moti là, la madame qui fait la réparation de vaisseau, the girl that the lady that actually helps out Mando to build his ship. So, okay, I'm going to move forward here. The cool thing is, as you guys can see, that's probably an editing shot that is misleading because they are all doing that same move on their chest, like Celine Dion from the Titanic. So they're hitting their chest at the same time. I don't think this is actually from this shot. It's probably from another shot. Love the fact that they all have different colors on the armor. And the reason, and I'm not sure, is that Bo-Katan over here? Because as you guys can see, there's the blue and white on the helmet. So I'm just gonna go check. Oops, sorry about that again. Okay. So that's and he's actually holding a flag. Someone is actually holding a flag with probably the insignia, whatever, l'insigne. Oh, bon, insigne, insignia, machin, from their creed. Donc, c'est intéressant de les voir tous un à côté de l'autre comme ça. Et là, ben, on a un autre shot, mais là, c'est pas nécessairement encore une fois, ça ne suit pas cette shot-là. It doesn't follow that shot. It's different. And we can actually see that this guy got a different label or insignia on his shoulder. But they are also on, that looks like a different planet or something. I'm not sure that they're on Mandalore. So love the fact that we are actually now seeing different kind and different colors of armor, and love the fact that the fatties are also welcome. So I'm probably gonna join. Okay. And then they're actually looking at one another, and love now the fact that from behind, from a cave. Again, this is not a shot from this because there's no cave right there, and they're on the top of a hill, and on this shot they're underground. Well, looks like. So again, we've got kind of different Mandalorians with different colors. There's also girls because there's actually boobies, plates, chest plates over here. I'm gonna move this, and also again, love the fact that we have different kind of helmet. Ladies' helmet, probably again because there's a booby chest plate. And yeah, so love this. Can't wait to see more of these Mandalorians. Okay, the Lucasfilm. And then there's actually this famous shot from the volume. I hope that they're going to do a great job again with the volume to be sure that they will be using like they did, maybe a little less and more practical sets. Fait que j'espère qu'ils vont encore faire un peu comme dans Andor et non pas aller complètement comme Obi-Wan puis se servir du volume à 200 000 à l'heure parce que j'en ai déjà parlé. I've already talked about this. About the fact that in the volume it's starting to show that they're not on a real set. On certain shots, dans certaines shots. OK, on va continuer. Donc là, évidemment, on ne sait pas où c'est que Mando il s'en va, mais il est dans vitesse lumière et c'est intéressant de voir que sur cette shot-là, Grogu est encore dans la bulle. So that's probably still in the first or second or third episode of this season because, as we all know, Mando doesn't really enjoy droids. Mando, il ne trippe pas sur les droïdes. Il veut toujours comme être loin de droïdes. Puis ça se comprend parce que sa famille a été tuée par l'armée séparatiste de droïdes. We totally understand why Mando doesn't like droids because his whole family was killed by the separatist droid army. So he changed the thing where the droid is supposed to be to put a bubble to have Grogu on the back. But as we are going to see later on this trailer, they are actually going to fit our 5D4, our old friend from Episode 4. So Grogu is like watching this and probably eating some magic mushrooms. Like, oh man, they's not here, man. So let me check here again. Yep, there you go. Oops, sorry about that. It would be nice to mix up the live location. Yes, like they did, exactly like they did in Andor. I was really not upset, but anyway, R5 will go back in price now. Yeah, and they're probably going to put a red stripe, the red bar on him during season 3. So people are going to go nuts. You're totally right that the R5 is going to go very high again. Okay, so we don't know where they're going because, of course, it doesn't matter. They're just traveling. Like I said, this is probably going to be in the first episodes since Grogu is still standing in this bubble behind the Mandalorian. So I'm going to move forward. Great shot here. Again, great effect. And he's like, mushroom time, buddy. And he's flying. And of course, he's in the same Naboo starfighter. It's an N1, if my memory is correct. Naboo starfighter that was rebuilt in the Book of Boba Fett. Like I said, you guys have to go watch it to understand why Grogu is again back with Din Djarin. Funny thing, there's probably a way for Grogu to move from the bubble on the back all the way to the front because he always ends up on his lap. So with Mando, with his daddy. Donc, il y a probablement une petite trappe aussi qu'il peut descendre puis il peut aller rejoindre de Mando because he's often assez souvent sur ses genoux. Hein? Le petit bébé, c'est-tu pas cute ça? Bon, on continue. Donc là, il capote, il voit plein d'affaires, puis oh, il y a des étoiles. Bon, puis là, évidemment, il arrive sur, justement, on parlait de la planète qu'on discutait tantôt, où c'est que Lando, et pas Lando, mais Apollo est installé. Love the fact that where he's actually parking, it's the same spot that we saw in season 1, but it was like devastated in season 1. Like there was one ship, there were no concrete, it was only sand. Now everything looks shiny, looks great. So you can see that Grief Karga is actually handling his shit pretty well. Love the fact that we can actually see more ships that are parked there. I'm not able to tell you which. I don't recognize any of these ships just like this pretty quickly. Again, as you guys can see, that's the entrance of the city. And it feels like there's new paint. Looks pretty clean. Again, that's where in season 1, IG-11 and not IG-88 came through with Grogu strapped on his speeder bike with him and shoot everyone down. Donc, c'est l'entrée de la ville. Et on voit encore une fois que c'est super beau. Tout le monde a l'air heureux. Là. On dirait qu'on arrive dans Game of Thrones, là, puis qu'il n'y a même pas eu de dragon encore. It looks like we're in Game of Thrones just before the dragons burns everything down. Spoilers! Okay. I'm just going to go check again. I'm as a Razor Crest. Jesus, yes. But it's a great ship, the one that they created. And they bring back like they made a little nod to episode 1. So I thought it was a great idea. Good idea. But again, of course, the Razor Crest. Man, that's one of the greatest ship that we were able to see in Star Wars. We never know. He might be able to find another one. Not the same one because this one's blown up. Spoilers! But, I mean, there's probably more of this kind of ship. So perhaps he will be able to find another one and with a bigger toilet or something, I don't know, that he will be able to fix or we'll see. But, again, when they put him in a different ship, they can sell more toys. Donc c'est ça, plus qu'ils vont l'asseoir dans des vaisseaux différents, plus qu'ils vont vendre des bonhommes, puis des jouets, ils vont sortir ça. Fait à quelque part, je comprends aussi le trip. Là, donc, il est en train de rentrer à Navarro 7, Navarro 5, 7, I don't know. So, like I said, everything looks great. Ooh, I just saw that white C-3PO, that protocol droid. He's pretty white. Looks... yeah, it looks pretty shiny. Well, not shiny, but like I said, the old town looks like very clean. Okay, on continue. There's the monkey lizard thing, like Silicious Crumb in the tree. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I don't like the CG on his face, but we can actually see that the rest looks pretty much like a puppet, so that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. It feels a little CG-ish. Anyway, maybe not. You have to keep in mind, il faut qu'on se souvienne que dans les annonces, des fois, ils vont nous montrer des shots qui sont pas finis à 100%. Sometimes in thrillers, we're going to see some shots that are actually not 100% done. So sometimes we're going to say, hey, that shot's not the same. Or they actually take out people, some characters from the shot. Like there could be actually someone right here next to Grogu. Well, there's actually a D8 right there. So AD8 is right there. Is it AD8? No, it's 9V thing. What's his name? I forgot his name. Now I feel bad. He's the last 17. You know what I'm talking about. Bigger ship that can fit in hot rod inside. Yeah, that's a great idea. Extreme Makeover must have stopped by. Yes, you're totally right. So, okay, let's continue. So, this actually, I think, is a shot again from a future episode because there's R5D4 on the back right here that is actually following them. So I'm wondering, that's probably later in the season because as you guys can see, R4 is in the back right there. Perhaps it's a different droid, peut-être c'est pas le même droid, puis c'est pas R5, mais sachant que la madame va donner R5, va l'envoyer avec Mando puis Grogu, il me semble que c'est logique qu'il soit là. Donc, il se promène dans la ville, ça ressemble encore une fois à la planète machin. On continue. Bon, là, c'est intéressant parce que on voit justement que Apollo Creed a encore gagné le champion du monde de la boxe. We can actually see that Apollo Creed is back as a world champion because he's wearing this wonderful outfit. Like I said, everything's clean. There's actually a kind of C-3PO guy. It's probably not C-3PO. And there's kids and everything looks like great. Like, think about Montreal, like back in the... Well, Montreal was never clean like that. Okay. Okay. So they're actually meeting. Why? We don't know. But one thing that we know is that shit will hit the fan on this planet later on. And also that if you've watched the first trailer, you know that Grief Karga is actually in trouble with some other aliens, gangs or stuff, so we don't really know what will happen over there. So they're meeting. Good to see you. And of course, there's in the back, we've seen it last season. There's actually a statue of IG-11 standing on a stormtrooper helmet. And later on, we're going to see that there's tons of stormtroopers helmet right there. And this is actually to commemorate the sacrifice, spoiler, that IG-11 made to save the town. So they're really happy to see one another. Again, now we've got this shot where they're using, again, the ship, the Naboo Starfighter. And if you can see, that's actually R5. So he's probably heading to Mandalore. Il s'en va sûrement sur Mandalore parce que dans la première annonce, in the first trailer that we saw, as you guys can see, it's actually raining and looks like a lot of turbulence. And when we actually see Bo-Katan in the other trailer, she's inside her throne room watching through the windows. Elle est en train de regarder par la fenêtre et il pleut. Il pleut vraiment fort sur Mandalore. Donc, c'est probablement la shot qui est en train de regarder le vaisseau arriver. It's probably the shot where she actually sees Mando arriving on Mandalore. But here's a twist for you. I was wondering if they are not actually going on Dagobah. What? Yeah, that could be great. Think about it. If Grogu actually remembers his past, as we can actually comprehend, si on peut comprendre que Grogu commence à se rappeler de son passé, puis que Luke l'a aidé pour son training pendant le Book of Boba Fett, ils peuvent peut-être être en train de retourner sur Dagobah. The reason why I'm saying this is because we're going to see a shot that really looks like the shot in Empire Strikes Back when Luke is arriving on Dagobah. It's raining, it's foggy, it's only missing like the trees hitting the windshield. Donc je trouvais que la shot ressemblait beaucoup à ce qui avait été fait pendant The Empire Strikes Back. So I'm going to play it and I'll let you see what I mean. See, a lot of rain, that shot. That really feels like the shot in Empire Strikes Back. Again, I could be totally wrong. Nurse Droid Memorial. Nurse Droid Memorial. See, that's the great name. EV99. Thank you very much. I thought it was 88, but of course it's the last 17. EV9D9. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, he has a spider robe on. Exactly. You're talking about Apollo Creed. See, he's back as a champion. He probably managed to beat Drago. Ivan Drago in the multiverse. Yeah. We're going to check out Yoda's house. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think it's going to happen. Can you imagine if, let's say that Grogu is actually the son of Yoda? That actually starting to really point towards that. And he remembers his dad. He remembers his past. He remembers his training. Because you have to keep in mind that Grogu actually trained with every Jedi in the temple before Order 66. Donc, il faut se souvenir que Grogu s'est entraîné avec les Jedi dans le temple Jedi avant Ordre 66. Donc, il s'est entraîné avec Mace, il s'est entraîné avec Dooku, il s'est entraîné avec Yoda, il s'est entraîné avec Obi-Wan, il s'est entraîné avec un paquet de monde. Si on était obligé de le cacher, maybe even wipe his memory, in a way, with the Force, I don't know, and that's probably what Luke did, trying to help him out remembering stuff. So perhaps he needs or he wants to go to Yoda's house on Dagobah. So I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but it could be a very cool thing. Ça pourrait vraiment être trippant qu'il retourne sur Dagobah, puis il retourne à la maison de Yoda. Ça serait vraiment cool. Okay, so that's a thing. Even the first time I saw it, right away I said, oh, it really looks like Dagobah, but I could be totally wrong. Okay, let's continue this. So they're heading somewhere, and we don't really see what they're watching outside. But Grogu looks interested in what's happening outside. But it's probably only, only, that's a big thing, but it's probably Mandalore. C'est probablement quand ils arrivent sur Mandalore pour aller voir Bo-Katan. OK, après ça, on a une shot qu'on a déjà vue. It's a shot that we've already seen in the first trailer. Is it really going to happen? Is it just a shot that they are reusing from Season 1 or Season 2? I don't know. I mean, they're probably building Grogu's armor. Oh, that could be nice. And yeah, so we know that he actually goes back to see the armorer. Il retourne voir the armorer. Fait que c'est probablement là qu'il fait faire quelque chose de nouveau pour son armure à lui ou bien pour l'armure de Grogu. I'm just seeing this right now. Here's a nice twist. I was talking about the fact that they are actually using, let me see. Okay. They are actually using editing shots to mislead us. What's wrong with that picture? Let me put this full size, okay? I'm going to try this so you guys can see if I do full size. I hope this is going to work. Let me see. I'm going to do this right here. Okay. Okay, so what's wrong with that picture? I know this is pretty small, but right here, oops, sorry. Right here, there's the insignia, l'insigne de Mando, and this thing is supposed to be on that side, if I'm correct. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? But the strap looks on the right side, so I don't know. It feels like this shot was flipped. It's a mirror shot to make us believe that he is actually talking to her. He's probably not in front of her because there's no orange reflection on his helmet. The color is not the same. Anyway, again, they are actually misleading us on a lot of shots. And I'm wondering, like I said, I don't think that this shot, I think that's a mirror shot. Anyway, okay. Sorry about that. I just saw it I just saw that right now and I was thinking, oh, maybe okay, Yoda can go into dark side force cave. Yeah, Grogu. Yeah, totally right. We never know. We never know. And this is what I really love about these things because they give us the time to reflect on stuff. It's not like back in the days when we would watch a trailer and we would be fed all the information and all the hit punch and stuff. So I totally understand and I really respect when they're actually misleading us or making a good editing to not show us everything. Donc, j'aime ça maintenant, le fait que quand on écoute une annonce, on se fait pas tout spoiler l'histoire. On travaille comme des malades, par exemple, pour essayer. We try very hard to understand what's going on, but it's part of the fun to try to understand what we are actually seeing. And it makes our brain works and hope for stuff and even create new stories that they probably not even thought about it. See, the Dagobah thing, it would be great. I'm pretty sure if we would sit down with Filoni or Favreau and would say, here's a good idea, man. They have to go back to Dagobah just to go get something or just so Grogu can actually put his hand on the bed of Yoda and feel his presence. Don't forget, the trailer looked awesome. For the Phantom Menace. Yeah, that was big misleading shit, man. Yeah. And it's funny. I'm just going to... What time is it? Oh, my God. We're not even halfway through this. I'm just going to say this really quickly. I went to see... there was so much hope and hype for Episode 1. And I'm not saying it's a terrible movie. It's a different kind of movie. And George was actually starting to get people ready for what was coming in Episode 2 and Episode 1. And Episode 3, he had no choice. But the movie came out in 3D just before George sold Lucasfilm to Disney. I don't know if you guys remember that. And I went to see it in 3D. And by the way, I don't see 3D. My eyes are
so I can't see in 3D. But I went to see it, and I brought my dad because my dad loved to go to the movies with me and watch some great special effects. He was fascinated by this. And so we went back, and I've watched the whole movie again with him in 3D. And I think it was in IMAX. It was fucking huge. And I was hoping that the movie would be better. I was wrong. It wasn't bad, but it was long, and it was okay. Oh yeah, I was like, okay, when is Darth Maul gonna show up? Oh, can't wait for the fight. Oh yeah, where's the fight? Oh, there's the fight, and then the movie's over. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so that's for episode 1. Uh, okay, let's go back to this because time is flying. So, like I said, comme j'ai dit, il retourne voir le Armorer, mais encore là, je ne pense pas qu'il est devant The Armorer sur cette shot-là. Puis je serais surpris que The Armorer soit dans une grotte comme ça. Fait qu'encore une fois, cette shot-là de Grogu qui regarde vers ce qui semble être Mando. Je pense que c'est même pas Mando. I don't even think this is Mando. He's actually looking at someone else. I don't think that's Mando. Because we don't see any Beskar. Interesting. So this could be a different character, and we're going to talk about it later on the characters that I think are going to show up. So this is Mandalore. Mandalore has been destroyed by the Empire, and as you guys know and saw in, I think it's in season 2 or it's in the Book of Boba Fett, but they use bombers, TIE bombers, to blow this thing up. So this was actually a huge dome that we saw in Clone Wars. Was it in Clone Wars? Yeah, it was in Clone Wars. Donc, il y avait un dôme par-dessus cette ville-là, puis c'est là-dedans que toute la ville était... C'est là que ça se passait, les affaires, là, tu sais. Et l'Empire a complètement détruit ça. On peut voir Mandalore dans son prime, in his best shape in the Clone Wars. So, here's the shot where he's actually back on Tatooine. So, we know that he's going to go back to Tatooine. C'est sûr qu'il retourne sur Tatooine parce que R5 se fait greffer au vaisseau. Puis notre ami ici, là, Sigourney Weaver dans Alien, that's probably her mom or that's probably her kid. Did you see the great shot? I think I'm going to post it again on Yoda's workshop. There's actually someone that created a great picture of Sigourney Weaver in Alien, and they made like a plus, and they put on Joe Pesci. I think it's the shot from Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon, and that equals actually this girl. So Joe Pesci, that is actually having a kid with Sigourney Weaver from Alien, is gonna give you this girl. I thought it was really funny. Okay. So we know that he actually goes back to see her and bye-bye, have a good trip. And this is actually a shot that Grogu's looking at all these great fireworks. And I think, again, I could be wrong, but this actually looks like Tatooine. So, or is it Navarro? I don't know. Anyway, so there's actually a party there. So is it on Navarro, and Apollo Creed is actually celebrating the fact that he finally was able to beat Ivan Drago? I don't know. In Rocky 11, maybe. So that's a great shot of the... This is actually a shot that looks like Knight Rider Kit. So the cool thing is that it's Grogu that is actually pushing the button for the super speed. Donc ça m'a fait penser au dashboard de Knight Rider. Bon, on continue, puis là, on va encore plus vite. This looks like Coruscant, but I'm wondering if it is because it would be nice to see other great planets with huge cities. We know that Coruscant is the biggest one with the city that is all around the planet, but perhaps it's a different city. I don't know. But it really looks like Coruscant, but I don't know if it is. This is actually for me that's bad CG. So like I was saying, I hope that they will fix this. I know I'm difficult, but look at this. For me, that's bad CG. So we actually see Dr. Pershing with this droid that looks like C-3PO from from Ralph McQuarrie's drawings. He's in a bus in a taxi. We don't know where he's heading, but he's wearing a different kind of uniform. It doesn't look like he's got the symbols of the cloners on his shoulders. So I don't know where he's heading. And if you saw the first thriller, he's also in the first thriller, and he's not wearing the cloning facilities outfit. Donc, Pershing revient, il porte pas le même uniforme, et je me demande est-ce qu'il est vraiment sur Coruscant? Peut-être. C'est sûr et certain qu'il s'en va pas voir l'Empereur, il s'en va pas voir Darth Vader. Who is he going to see? Who is he going to meet? We don't know. This is a great news because I love this actor. This actor is actually Canadian. Cet acteur-là est un acteur canadien, croyez-le ou non. C'est cool parce que ça fait maintenant 3 fois qu'il le ramène dans The Mandalorian. He's actually playing in a great show that I forgot the name. That is, I think, it's a Canadian show, and it's nice to see that they are giving him a bigger role. We saw him talk with Cara Dune, and that's the guy that actually gives the badge, like the police badge, to Cara Dune. Love the fact that he's wearing like a pilot jacket in Top Gun, and there's actually the logo of the rebellion over here, and there's actually it looks like a Rancor patch. And yeah, so we don't know to who he's talking to, perhaps to Mando or someone else. Some people actually said that this looks like Mon Mothma apartment. So is he talking to Mon Mothma? Perhaps. We don't know because we have to believe that Mon Mothma is still alive. Because he's not talking to Mando on this shot. Because we know that this shot of Mando is actually in the throne room with Bo-Katan. So here's an exact good example of what I was saying. They are misleading us. He is not talking, and he's all wet. He was outside a few seconds ago, and this shot, he's like no wet at all. Looks everything good, and it actually looks, if this is outside, like it's night. So we know that they are not talking to one another on this shot. Donc c'est un bel exemple. Là. Ils sont pas en train de se parler l'un l'autre. Ça c'est intéressant. Let's move on. That's probably the river under Mandalore that Din Djarin has to go and not sacrifice himself, but I'm trying to find my words here. The armorer asked him to go under the Mandalore city, where there's like this river, and so he could be excused of taking off his helmet. Donc, il est supposé comme aller en dessous d'une rivière, en dessous de Mandalore. C'est ça que le armorer lui a demandé de faire, étant donné qu'il avait enlevé son casque devant le monde. So I presume that's the place. That's, again, I'm not sure at all. gonna go check your comments because I don't. Kim's Convenience. You're totally right. That's the name of the show. Let me go check. Don't forget the trailer. Yeah, it was in the book of Boba Fett. They take about down the fall of Mandalorian. Yeah, you're totally right. With the on the flashback thing, you're totally right. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna try to do this the right way because this is the way. Okay, so I think that's the famous river. And as you guys know, if you show up in on Mandalore and it's been blown up with people inside that huge city, you're gonna end up having tons of skull and dead people, and of course armor. So we can actually see that he's finding some cool armor that's been burned or been, I don't know, been there for a while when the Empire blew everything up. Okay, that's probably the coolest shot. And I might be wrong, but Grogu actually looks way smaller on this shot uh, compared to all the other shots in the thriller, because this is actually the flashback that we started to see in season 2. Because why I'm saying this, because you can actually see lightsabers in his eyes, the reflection of lightsabers, and he's very small and he's in his little egg thingy, and I think, and the next shot you'll see is during Order 66. So we're gonna see more of what actually happened to him in Order 66 at the Jedi Temple. Donc c'est un flashback, on voit les lightsabers dans les yeux, la réflexion. Et c'est pendant Ordre 66, on va voir qu'est-ce qui, dans le fond, il est arrivé à Grogu. Parce qu'on peut voir qu'il est vraiment plus petit. Il a l'air tout petit à comparer du reste du trailer. Fait que ça, je trouve ça intéressant. Donc, la prochaine shot, that's the great shot of this thriller, I think. So, you can see that around this, it's actually like a little blurry. Like the first time we saw some of the memories of Grogu in season 2, I think. And that's a cool shot because that's in the Jedi Temple, that's for sure. And we have at least four Jedi, perhaps another one over there, that is protecting him. We don't recognize any of the Jedi. Je peux pas vous dire c'est quels les Jedi qui sont là. Ça n'a pas vraiment d'importance. Mais ce qui est intéressant, c'est que la porte est en train d'être ouverte. And it looks like, again, I could be wrong, it looks like someone is opening that door with a lightsaber. Like they did in episode 1 when they actually put the saber through the door and wait for the door to melt. Again, I could be wrong. But who is behind the door? So here is what I'm thinking. Maybe it's Anakin that is actually showing up in this room. And keep in mind that they actually shot the Kenobi series recently. So perhaps they did a few shots for this scene using Anakin. So I can't wait to see if it is Anakin behind that door. Also, perhaps it's the way that we are going to learn who actually saved Grogu during Order 66. Perhaps it's Mace, perhaps it's another Jedi, perhaps it's Ahsoka. I don't know. We're going to find out. It could be a great way. Well, it can be Ahsoka because when Din Djarin actually showed up with Ahsoka in season 2, she didn't remember him, so it's probably not Ahsoka. Anyway, it's going to be someone, a Jedi or someone. So I can't wait to see who's behind that door. Maybe it's just a few clones, but I'm hoping it's going to be better than this. So we're going to see more of that. So that's interesting. Fait que j'espère que c'est Anakin qui est en train de défoncer la porte, ou la personne qui vient sauver Grogu. Ça serait vraiment intéressant. Next up, we've got that chase. I'm wondering, because that's a ship that we actually we saw before. C'est un vaisseau qu'on a vu dans le Clone Wars et qui était le vaisseau de Bo-Katan. Et ce que je me demande, c'est est-ce que ça ne serait pas Sabine Wren? Could this be actually the way that they're going to introduce to us Sabine Wren? Because you have to keep in mind that after this show, we're going to have the Ahsoka Tano show. And we know that Sabine Wren is going to be in Ahsoka. So I'm wondering, could this be Sabine in the ship, or is it might only be the Mandalorian, but we'll see. That's a great shot. Love the fact that we're actually seeing new shots of TIE fighters. They call it dogfights in the sky. Donc, je trouve ça intéressant qu'enfin, on revoit un petit peu des chasses là, avec des vaisseaux, parce que tout se passait, même dans Andor, on n'en a pas vu vraiment, on n'a pas vu non plus dans Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, that's an editing shot, because this is actually in the Naboo N1 Starfighter, and this is not the Naboo N1 Starfighter. So, again, that's an editing misleading shot. See, this and this is not the same. So, I don't think this is Mando inside that ship. Okay, so after we've got the shot when he goes, that's another cool thing. Keep in mind that I was saying earlier that Mando doesn't like droids because of what happened to on this planet and stuff. And the fact that he actually agrees to have R5D4 inside his ship is showing like he's getting better with himself and with the droids. And now that's a great shot. The fact that he actually goes inside a cantina only for droids, because the next shot you're going to see that there's only droids in this building. So love the fact there's actually battle droids in this. I don't know with who he's hitting there. Is he alone? I don't know. What are the battle droids are actually doing? They're on vacation or something. So I can't wait to have more detail on this scene. That's a great shot that we've already seen in the first thriller. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's an amazing shot. I'm going to play it again. Take a look at this shot. I don't know how they did it, but it's amazing. Whoop! Wow. Okay, so that's the other important shot that I wanted to show you guys. Right. Oh, I missed it. This. Okay. So I was explaining to you guys that something will go bad. Je vous ai expliqué quelque chose qui allait se passer de vraiment pas super cool sur la planète de Apollo Creed, the Grief Karga. Because if you look carefully over here, you can actually see this is where the IG-11 statue was. You can actually see the poles, the metal rods that was holding the 2 feet, and it's gone. So something will terribly go wrong on this city, in this city. This is the heavy, it's Vizsla. I don't remember. Paz Vizsla? Is it Paz? Paz Vizsla. That's the guy that is voiced and played by Dave Filoni. No, not Dave Filoni. By the other guy. And they're actually heading towards the city. So I'm wondering if this is not actually a scene that fits with this shot in the beginning. This. So, okay, back to this one. So they're actually fighting something or someone. There's the shot when we actually see Babu Fring come back. I don't know if it's actually Babu Fring, but it's the same species. There you go. Love the voice of this crazy thing. Okay, I'm just gonna go back and make sure. Again, this shot is pretty interesting too because I'm wondering if this is not Sabine Wren. The helmet looks colorful, the armor hard to say, but the only thing is that this Mandalorian actually shoots a dead person. So the person, this guy, it looks like Bosk, is actually dead. So why are you shooting it again? So, but the helmet actually looks like the helmet of Sabine Wren. So perhaps it's her. I don't know. Okay, so let's move on. Now, we know that this is probably on Mandalore because it actually looks again like the river I was talking about. C'est probablement sur Mandalore. Et là, on a comme l'arrivée. Ah, ben, je vais juste faire un petit lien, là. Regardez comme faut justement Grogu, qu'est-ce qu'il y a de l'air là-dessus. Take a look at Grogu. He looks older. That's not the little Grogu we saw during the... let me see. That's not that Grogu. That's really young baby Grogu. And this really looks like older Grogu to me. See? He looks older. Anyway, so now there's this shot on the back. There's actually someone that looks like Darth Vader. I know it's not Vader. Perhaps it's Mando. But love this creature. That new creature with 4 eyes. I don't know what it is. It's a brand new thing we're gonna see. I call it the Kennedy Bigfoot. And it's pretty nice to see that Grogu is somewhere else now. He spent time with Luke, so he started his training, and he actually get rid of this creature pretty easily. So if it's back, this is actually Din Djarin. He's actually helping out Din Djarin with the Force. He's saving him. So it's starting to be a mutual thing. It's not only Mando that take cares of Grogu, but Grogu's starting to take care a lot of Mando. Love that. So we actually see him force push that thing out of the cave. We were talking about the dark side for Grogu, perhaps, because force push is not supposed to be something used by the Jedi, because it's only supposed to be used. The Force is only supposed to be used to defend himself, not to attack. It's pretty rare that you actually see a Jedi use force push for. You might see that more with the Yoda did on the Emperor. Anyway, let's move on. So this creature, I don't know if it's a nod to the creature in the Star Trek, the green one that Kirk actually fights. Anyway, he gets rid of it pretty easily. Take a look at that face. In your face, bitches! So he gets rid of the Kennedy Bigfoot like instantly like that. Love the fact that there's actually a light on the side of the pod that looks like an old Logitech cameras back in the days in the 1990s. the first cameras that was available for our computers. So we force push this, and we get this great shot at the end. Okay. Gorn. Yeah, Gorn. I'm going to remove this. Oh, I'm back. Okay. Let me check your comments. See if I haven't missed anything in old armor. New armor. Yeah, probably has found an old armor to make Grogu's new armor, because he's going to need more Beskar. I don't think he's going to use his own stuff to create Grogu's armor, but we'll see. Having a meeting for misused droid. Yeah. Destroyed memorial. So they destroyed IG-11 statue. So you know that something bad will happen on this planet again. So anyway, so that's the thriller, and I believe it's probably the last thriller we're gonna get. We're gonna get more TV spots. We're probably gonna see more new footage on the TV spots, but probably not much. So I haven't shown the first thriller. Go check it out. There's a lot more Bo-Katan. We actually see her in the throne room on Mandalore. So anyway, so I think this season again, it's going to be great because we have to admit something. I really think that the Mandalorian gave a new life to Star Wars since season 1 came out. Donc, je pense vraiment que depuis que Mando est sorti, ça a vraiment donné un nouveau souffle à Star Wars. And it's really because of Mando that we were able to get a great show like Andor and a cool show like Kenobi. So guys, that's it for this week. I've been talking like for more than 20 minutes. That's a long show, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, that was my opinion. At the end of the seasons, we're gonna probably watch this. Phil was so wrong, Phil. You were so wrong. J'étais tellement dans le champ, mon homme. T'as tellement rien vu d'intéressant, mais bon, tu sais. I love to do this. I love to try to understand. J'aime ça chercher et essayer de comprendre. And like I said earlier, it's part of the fun. C'est le fun de faire ça. I love this. I don't know why. Well, it's basically because of George. I've already said, I've been working in movies and video production and stuff all my life, and it's because of Star Wars. So, anyway. Donc, j'espère que vous avez aimé ça. J'espère que je vous ai pas trop ennuyé. J'ai bien hâte au 1er mars. Can't wait for March 1st. I don't know if I'm going to do like analysis of each episode like I did for Andor. You guys tell me. I don't want to do stuff that I only want to do on this show. This is your show, guys. I'm doing this for you guys. So if you're interested to have a talk on each episode of The Mandalorian when it will come out, I'll do it. I'll be happy to do it. I'm gonna have fun doing it. That I know. Donc, si vous n'avez pas le goût que je fasse dites-moi les. Moi, comme je vous ai dit, le show, c'est pas à moi, je le fais pour vous autres. Fait que je vais faire ce qui vous tente de voir, évidemment. So that's it for this week. Have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. Kirk, if you're listening, get well. I think you have to take that recipe that Derek sent you. It's a great recipe. I've tried it. It's okay. So the Stormy looked pretty white, but that's another story. So that's it. So have a great week. Like I always say, comme je dis tout le temps, passe une belle semaine. Be good. Be safe. Be wild. Be you. May the force be with you, and this is the way. Have a great week. See you next time, guys. À la prochaine. Oh, if you have any questions, suggestions, go ahead. You can write me down something. As usual, I'll do my best to reply pretty quickly. Take care. Bye-bye.